I love beans. They're cheap, they're filling, they're packed with flavor, and they're one of the easiest things to turn a meal into something satisfying. So in this video, I want to show you a Mexican style black beans that come together in minutes. We're going to use canned beans, a handful of pantry ingredients, and just a few fresh ones. They're the perfect side dish for taco night, burrito bowls, grilled chicken, or just scooped up with some warm tortillas. For the full ingredient list, check the description box below. But enough talking, let's get cooking. So before we get cooking, let's take a look at the ingredients that we're going to use for this Mexican style black beans recipe. I got some black beans. These are just some canned black beans. They're a little bland, and that's why this recipe is such an awesome recipe, because we take the canned black beans, which are super convenient, and we're going to elevate them with just these pantry ingredients. I got this stuff lying around all the time, and if you cook enough, you do too. And if you're not into canned beans and you want to start with dried beans, you'd have to get going the night before because you got to do the bean soak, and that's why I'm choosing to use the canned beans. In addition to the beans, we got a yellow or Spanish onion that we're going to cut up and saute into the beans. I also have a white onion here. This we're going to eat raw, and we're going to put on top. This is going to be more of a garnish, and we're also going to garnish with a little fresh cilantro. We got some garlic here that's going to go into the beans. It really wouldn't be a Chef Ange recipe without some garlic. We got some fresh lime. Here we got our spices. I got all of the usual suspects that go in a lot of Mexican cooking. Here we got some cumin, some chili powder, a little oregano, and some smoked paprika. And now we have also two other ingredients that are going to be some flavor enhancers. Here I got some Better Than Bouillon, chicken bouillon paste, and here I have some salsa. If you're making this recipe along with taco night, you already got the salsa. You just take a spoonful of salsa, we throw it in the beans, and it'll bring the flavor up big time of these beans. You'll think you're at a Mexican restaurant after you make this. So now that I showed you all the ingredients, let's start cooking. So we don't have a lot of prep for this recipe, but we are going to put a small dice on this yellow onion. The onion is going to be a real workhorse in this recipe. The onion is going to take the canned black beans, which are kind of bland because canned black beans are just beans and water. Maybe there's a little salt in there. They don't really have a whole lot of flavor, so we need to enhance the flavor of them. Onions are probably the #1 flavor enhancer in the world. I think I put onions in almost everything, but we want it to be really subtle, so we're gonna put a really small dice on this onion. I like to put about 1 small onion. This is a pretty small onion. Maybe if you get a larger onion, you could put a little bit more, but we're gonna put it a small dice on this onion. And we want to put a really small dice on it because we want the onion to blend into the beans, and we also want it to cook pretty fast. One of the beauties about this recipe is that it's a fast recipe. Once you get everything cut up, it cooks in 10 minutes. So that's the beauty of taco night. You're not spending a lot of time cooking, and you get something that everybody likes. I don't know how many people are making sides of black beans for taco night, but I love that because it takes the taco, which is a pretty whole meal all by itself, and makes it a super complete meal. You feel like you're at like an authentic Mexican restaurant. And once my onion is chopped, I may run my knife through it just a couple more times. Really make sure that all of these pieces are cut down pretty finely. And now that I've cut the onion, this looks like a little bit too much, so I'm actually probably just going to use about half of it. So I probably should have just cut up half, and that would have been enough. For the garlic for this recipe, I merely just need to peel it because I'm going to shred the garlic right into the beans, but we want to make sure that we're already peeled and ready to go. So much of cooking is making sure that whenever you need the thing, that it's ready and good to go. That's why I like showing all the steps in my videos, because I like my videos to be more of like a cook-along style video where I'm showing you the stuff as it's being done and in the order that I would do it. So I'm also gonna leave the garlic intact. Normally I cut this root end out, but when we shred it, I like to keep the root end because it's gonna give me a nice handle. That's all the prep we're gonna do before we get these beans started. So let's head over to the stove and start cooking these beans. So I got my high rim saute pan heating over a medium-ish heat. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil, and we're gonna add our onions. I said I was gonna use half the onion, but now that I'm looking at it this way, this is probably enough. So we're gonna put the whole thing in there. So forget what I said before about half the onion. This is probably perfect amount. We can start the onion in a cold pan because we don't want the onion to brown. We just want to soften and sweeten it. Onions have a lot of flavor in it and they can take on a lot of different flavors. We want this to have like a little sweetness with a little savoriness, but without that caramelization. So I'm just gonna spread the onion out in the pan while the pan heats up over the medium heat, and we're gonna sweat out this onion until it's nice and translucent and soft. And as the onions heat up and they start to saute, I'm gonna make sure I move them around the pan so they're not taking on any color, and we're cooking them nice and evenly. So we're gonna let these cook, moving around the pan for about 3 to 5 minutes, just until they're nice and soft and translucent but haven't taken on any color yet. Cutting the onions very small and just running your knife through a couple of more times really cuts down on the onion cook time and allows everything to cook evenly and fast. So once the onions have sweated out a little bit of moisture, they look a little soft and glossy, now's the time to start adding our spices. So we're gonna add our spices in because spices have flavor in them, but when you cook them a little bit, it helps release some of the aroma and it gets them to be extra flavorful, way more flavorful than just dumping them in the liquid. So we're gonna toast them here. So here I'm gonna throw in the cumin, the chili powder, the smoked paprika, and our oregano. We're also gonna season with a little salt, and some fresh ground black pepper. Now I'm gonna move these around the pan with the cooked onions and let these spices toast. They don't need very long, maybe 30, 45 seconds, but once they hit the heat, start hitting the oil and the onions, they're gonna start to become really flavorful. This is also when your kitchen's gonna start to smell really good and people are gonna start poking their head and going, what's for dinner? And I wanna toast these spices without burning them, so make sure that your heat is low. It's better to be a little low than a little high here. As those are toasting, we're gonna take our microplane and we're gonna shred in some garlic. I'm gonna try to move pretty fast here because I want the garlic to cook, I want those spices to toast, and I don't want any of this to burn. So if you need to, when you're moving a little slow, you can cut the heat on this. But once we start shredding the garlic, we gotta move fast because garlic has a tendency to burn. And here I'm putting about 5 cloves of garlic. You can tone up or tone down the garlic based upon your garlic preferences. We can never get enough garlic here at Chef Ange. So now I'm gonna take the garlic and I'm gonna mix it into there. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cook it for like 30 to 45 seconds until it gets like nice and toasty. When you do the shredded style, it cooks really fast. So it doesn't need a long time before it gets fragrant. And remember, garlic can go from cooked to burnt really fast. Now we're gonna take our salsa and we're just gonna take 2 spoonfuls of this and throw it in there. We don't want it to add that much flavor. We're kind of using it as a sofrito. And you can use any type of salsa you want. You got the old El Paso, you got cheese, or you got more of a fresh style like what I got. Anything works here. The salsa is gonna also add moisture that's gonna allow us to clean up the bottom of the pan. So as you're cooking this and moving it around the pan, scrape the bottom of the pan and get all that flavor. So now we basically have the cooked onions, the spices, the salsa, the garlic, and we got this flavor paste. So now that that's cooked down, now we're gonna start adding our beans. The beauty of this recipe is we don't have to do anything. We don't even have to drain the beans. We don't have to wash the beans. We don't have to separate out the liquid. We're gonna dump the beans, the liquid, and everything in there right inside the pot. So now we're gonna give this a mix and we're gonna incorporate the beans into that flavor paste that we made. So the beans are cold, but the flavor paste is hot. The pan's a little warm, but we gotta get the beans up to temperature before we add our next ingredient. So once the beans are warm, we're gonna take a little bit of this bouillon paste and we're gonna add this in there. This is gonna add some saltiness. It's also gonna add some flavor. So we don't need to add any additional salt, just the salt that we added before and anything that's inside here. The bouillon flavor paste dissolves a whole lot easier into something warm that's cold. So that's why you wanna wait until the beans are a little bit warm before you add that paste so it dissolves nice and easily and you don't have to overwork the beans. You give it a little mix and everything's dissolved in there pretty quickly. Now we're just gonna take this, we're gonna cover it, and we're gonna let this simmer on a low heat for about 10 to 15 minutes while we prep the last of our garnishes. These beans are gonna cook really fast, so we gotta get our garnishes going, and it's a perfect time to use the space time. Like when stuff is cooking, you should be doing something else that will get you a little further down the road. So you're condensing the time of your cooking. So we're gonna take this white onion, and we're gonna split this in half. White onion is a much better onion to garnish with. I would never really garnish with a regular like yellow or Spanish onion, but white onion makes a great garnish. It's also traditionally what's used in Mexican cooking for garnish. So we're gonna take the onion and we're gonna put some horizontal slits in it. A couple vertical slices, and then we're gonna cut this nice and fine. You wanna take your time here and cut the onion finely, just like we did with the yellow onion to cook, but this time we don't want big chunky garnishes. You want their garnishes to be pretty small. So now I'm gonna cut down and I'm gonna cut this really finely. This was a giant white onion, so we should be able to get away with just half the onion. Should be plenty of garnish for our main dish and any other extras that people would want. And now we're also gonna cut up some cilantro. Cilantro stems can go in stuff. Unlike parsley, I'll pull the leaves off, but the cilantro, I'll just cut off the stems at the bottom, and then I'm gonna give it just a fine chop all the way down. I may pass my knife just one more time through, but cilantro is one of those herbs that just cuts down just so fast. The last thing we're gonna do is cut up a lime. We're gonna use half of the lime for lime juice into the beans, and the other half we're gonna cut into wedges to serve. So remember, always cut your lime horizontally first, and then cut your wedges so you get the nice pizza pie lime shaped. So these beans were cooking for about 10 minutes. Remember, canned beans are already cooked, so you don't need to cook them. You just gotta cook all the flavors together and everything needs to come together. We're gonna take half that lime and we're going to squeeze it in there for some acid to really make those flavors pop. We're also gonna take a fork and we're gonna smash the beans along the edge. When you smash some of the beans, it can help thicken it so it's not gonna be so watery without adding any cornstarch or any flour. Beans have this amazing property to thicken. And what I like to do is just go around the edge of the pan. If I can just get the beans on the edge, that's usually enough where I'm not over smashing. And you can do this with a fork, you could do this with a potato masher. I wouldn't go nuts with the potato masher because it can do a lot more work for every push. So after I smash the beans around the edge, I'm gonna give this just a little mix. So now we're gonna mix those smashed beans in with all the other beans, and you can already see how those smashed beans have thickened the sauce. We're gonna let this sit covered for about 5 minutes, and then you would do this as you're preparing your tacos. So your beans are already done, your garnishes are cut, and now you got your black beans that are warming. The smashed beans are absorbing some liquid, so it's thickening up the liquid that's in there. So now we can take our beans and we can serve them right in here, but usually I add them to a nice high bowl. I don't want this to spread out. I want to have a lot of thickness in there. It's going to help keep the beans nice and warm. But look how delicious these look. And we just use canned beans dressed up with some pantry ingredients. So now we're going to take some of that finely diced white onion and we're going to sprinkle that on top. You can put as much as you like. I usually like to keep this on the side if people want to add a little extra. And now we're going to take some of that finely chopped cilantro and also sprinkle it on top. And now how amazing do these canned beans turn into Mexican style black beans look? It smells fantastic. I am super excited to try it. The perfect thing to eat these black beans with is going to be some tortillas. So here I got some flour tortillas that I'm going to heat right on the stove. So I just put the burner on medium, low, and we're just trying to get like a little char and warm them up a little bit. And your tortillas will go from cold to burnt really fast. So just a little char and these are good. So let's get a nice big scoop. The onions, the cilantro, it smells so good. And if you want to, you can add just a little bit more white onion, a little bit more cilantro. Now we're gonna take those lime wedges that we cut up and get a little fresh lime juice right on the top. And here we're gonna go with a no fork needed situation. We're gonna use our tortilla and we're gonna try these beans. So let's get a nice big scoop. So we got our tortilla, we got our black beans, our onions. This is gonna be an epic bite. Oh my God, that is so good. And I can't believe I made it in just like 10 minutes. It's got all the elements to it. It's got fresh, it's got a little bit of acid, it's got the savoriness from the beans and that little bit of chicken bouillon paste that we put in. It's got all those little spice notes. This tastes like a Mexican grandma came over and cooked this all day long, but no one will ever know. This recipe is fantastic. I love beans and I love these beans. And I said that this is a side dish for taco night. Maybe you want to eat this all by itself. This is so good. And that's the beauty of canned beans. The beauty of canned beans is they're cheap, they're healthy, they're easy to cook with. It doesn't take a long time to cook because they're already pre-cooked, and they basically are a side dish to everything. This is unbelievable side dish. If this is your first time here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and drop me a comment and let me know what you thought about the recipe, what you thought about the video. This would be the perfect side dish to have next to my chili lime chicken tacos. That is a really nice low-cal taco recipe that these black beans would serve so nicely. I hope to see you there. Thanks.